Hi there, welcome back. Today we're unpacking my habit tracker. I recently asked you on Instagram stories if you would be interested in me sharing my habit tracker for the month of February. So far, we're only 6 days in, and January to kind of compare the changes that I make from month to month. I started using this particular habit tracker in May of 2024 after my business manager Haley turned me on to that. We'll talk more about that as we go along. Links to this and anything else that I talk about today will be in the description box below, as well as on the corresponding blog post. But without further ado, let's unpack my habit tracker for the month of February and take a peek at January's while we're here. Starting with January, you'll be able to see everything I have listed on my personal habit tracker side. So I have my stretch, posture, breath work, my upper body strength training, lower body strength training, abs, treadmill or other, which means if I do my admin work on another form of cardio, like my stationary workstation bike or my ARC trainer. Typically it's treadmill. I have that nice desk that attaches to my treadmill, which I will have linked. That has been a game changer. Thank you once again to my business manager, Haley, who always turns me on to some of the best things. And she follows me and knows me well, so she's really good at advising things that could potentially help me out, make my life easier, and I'm very appreciative for that. So typically it's treadmill and I am doing admin work. I will share that I can jog on the treadmill while this desk is on. That's another beautiful thing. Just the positioning of where I'm at, it doesn't hinder that if I decided to jog. If I did an all-out run, that may be different. And then a bonus cardio I put on here just because I wanted to start incorporating running some steps throughout the month, maybe one time per week with some flexibility, as that won't always work because I do my workouts typically early in the morning, and running steps probably wouldn't be something Paul would enjoy listening to while he's drinking his morning coffee in bed, if he's even up. And then my daily word devotional, which I never miss, reading my note cards, reading the daily laws. And then also my goal for January was to drink 10 16-ounce bottles of water per day. And that's light for me because I typically drink more, and I would say that probably most days I did drink more, but I achieved the goal. As you can see, I have all as my tally. And then I ate completely clean the entire month of January, absolutely no celebratory meals or drinks. So I checked off all those boxes, and that was my goal. And then read other. That is whatever else I may be reading. And in January, I was reading other because I read a couple of books, and I have a video I will have linked where I talk about those books. And then I started reading a book for a Bible study that I actually read in 2004. And now I'm reading it and studying it again. It is amazing. And I started that on January 15th. And then I did put recovery and relaxation on my January. I found that really wasn't necessary because I find reading the Bible study is relaxing. That my recovery and relaxation is going to look different than someone else's. We all get to determine what our recovery and relaxation is, but I honor that, and I would say that I relax every single day without fail and without shame. And then I did put on here to fill tomorrow's water bottles just because that's an everyday thing and it may get pushed or missed, and then it's not good for me to have that have to transfer over into the next day. And then the January newsletter dump, that doesn't necessarily mean that I was dumping nuggets into a document for the newsletter. I just every day did did that fit into my schedule, and was I okay with the choice of whether I worked on it or not? And I was. And you can see a big old bam at the bottom of January because I checked off all of the boxes. You can see how many note cards I wrote throughout the month of January, and then I did run steps 2 times, and then I did run for 10 minutes on the treadmill one day. I need to get back into getting my heart rate up a little bit higher. Now, if we flip to the business, the admin side of my habit tracker for January, these are typically everyday tasks, so there's no days off. Christmas is not a day off. Easter is not a day off. It's better for me to stay on top of these little admin things, whether I'm on my treadmill doing admin work or I'm choosing to have a cup of coffee and relax in the morning. The key is I'm getting these done daily, so this is more of a to-do, but I prefer to have these to-dos here because they're daily. So because a habit tracker to me means typically at least 5 days per week or more, I want to check that box off. Then it's a great thing to put on my habit tracker. So I have set tomorrow's alarm. Go and look at my YouTube comments, like them, respond to them. I read all my YouTube comments as long as nothing is flagged from YouTube. And some they let through, some they don't. I may never see them if it's something that is considered what they deem as hate. QuickBooks and mileage, I reconcile every single day in my QuickBooks. If anything could be work related, I will document the mileage for that day. For example, if I need to go to the post office and mail something out and it's work related, or if I run up to my tax, business tax accountant, which I've had a couple trips there, I would record that mileage. Because I stay on top of it daily, it never really gets missed. Instagram stories highlight, I clear out my Instagram stories highlight every 7 days. So for example, on the day that I'm filming this day, I already went in and I cleared out last week's Instagram stories highlight. So that is a maintenance thing. You will see a lot of these just align with maintaining. I'm very good at maintaining. I prefer not to let things get behind, and that's why I choose to spend the few seconds each day, reconciling QuickBooks instead of letting it build up, and then it becomes stressful and taxing, and that's where procrastination comes in, where when we maintain things and we stay on top of it, we essentially don't have any stress because it's being maintained. I apply this to my health. If I maintain my eating, and while I could celebrate on occasion, and I maintain my exercise routine, I'm never playing catch up. It's just a matter of maintaining. Therefore, it eliminates any stress or guilt or shame that a lot of people struggle with. I pull my client folders for tomorrow's, the following day, organize tomorrow today, plan next week this week. I'll have a coupon code in the description box below. If you haven't taken that workshop, you'll get it today. I pull all client folders for the following day's sessions, and if I need to email any Zoom links, most of my clients do prefer face-to-face, and so I need to email those daily. And then print tomorrow's water drinking log if necessary. I didn't find in January it was, because my goal was 10 16-ounce water bottles per day, which requires no tugging and pulling from me. That's just a shoo-in. And then clean up emails. Again, something I like to maintain to clean up storage. So every single day I trash. There's 3 different accounts. They're all connected to my business. One is also my personal, but it is the email that I use if I'm working one-on-one with clients. There's also the customer support email, which you should be familiar with. While Haley manages that, I always have it up on my toolbar, and anything that is for me to read or follow up on because she can't answer it. Let's say a client reaches out and wants to reschedule a session and they don't do it through my personal, they do it through the customer support. That would fall on my to-do list, not on Haley's. So we both watch that. And she's cleaning it up, I'm cleaning it up, but I like to keep things clean and tidy. And then every month I have 3 healthy and fit clients where we have a shared calendar. So I need to check their calendars for any journaling that took place and respond to that and just help to support them on their goals. So if we now go on to the February, you'll see some changes. What happens month to month is I may add or subtract something. So if we go to the February personal calendar, now let me share that today is February 6th when I filmed this video. So by the time you get this video, there will be more check marks, but we're working off today when I filmed, which is Thursday, February 6th. So you will see even today, there are some entries that don't have an X, and that's because I didn't do them today. So for example, I took today as a rest day. I needed to be up early this morning because I needed to film this video, another video, and then I am out on assignment today helping a client physically, which rarely happens, but it does if someone local. This person is about a 45-minute drive, but if someone lives near me and we can do in-home sessions, especially if we're working on something like what this client and I are working on, which is some presentation skills, not only presentation outwardly by her appearance, but also inwardly as to prepare for some speaking engagements and stuff like that. So today was a rest day, therefore upper body, lower body, treadmill, and abs did not get checked off. To the left, you will see that I put a little code. I did that for your reference. I don't typically do that, but the D next to daily word stands for daily, meaning every single day. I will check that off. Next to Bible study, I have 5, which means 5 days per week I commit to the Bible study. I am finding now that I'm getting further into my Bible study that the chapters are getting deeper and deeper. I actually completed, I think, day 18 yesterday. No, I actually need to complete day 18 today. So number 6 on my habit tracker may get checked off. I have a full load today, so I don't know. And if I do, I'm actually tying up loose ends on a chapter. So I did have it set where the 5 times per week also was 5 chapters per week, but I needed to give myself a little bit more grace because this is a study, and the key is that I am studying and I journal because it retains more in doing the journaling. So I'm giving myself just 5 committed days to study, regardless if I'm still working on a chapter from the day prior. The daily laws is set to daily, reading note cards is daily, and then 5 workouts per week for upper body, lower body, treadmill, abs. And then I'm committing to 3 days per week for my stretch, posture, and breath routine. You will also see down at the bottom the note cards that I have written so far for February. And then I would like to run stairs 2 times, but I don't know if that will happen because I will be on a staycation, not a vacation, but I will be traveling south to stay in warmer weather. To be in warmer weather. I say that as we have a winter advisory on the day that I'm filming this, and I will be traveling the road. I'm not excited about that. Schools were closed today. So while home, before leaving, I will run stairs 1 time for sure. It'd be nice to get 2, but again, it has to align with my schedule, because if I run stairs, I can't do it at 4 a.m. in the morning. It just won't be appreciated. And it's too dark in the house too. I need a little bit more light. So that is the personal. As you can see, there's quite a bit that I dialed back on for the month of February. I don't even have clean eats. I don't have water. I don't have filling water, because the month prior kind of tells me what I want to put on this month, and I get to do that. So sometimes less is more. And if you were to go back through my entire habit tracker since starting to use this, I believe last May, I'd have to go back. Let me just look. May. Yes, I just looked back. My May was completely filled, and it's just not necessary for some of that. So again, next month for March, there may be more. I don't know. We will check that when that time comes. So this is really just to give you an idea to see if you would want to implement a habit tracker. By no means do you need to. Everyone's situation will be unique to them. You figure it out. Hopefully you're just taking some nuggets. Some of you don't work in a career or a profession that requires you to do all these little admin things. So your situation, apply what is credible for you and disregard, or if you're just enjoying this just to look and no desire, but you're just enjoying seeing what someone else does for a system, let me know. I'd love to hear in the comment section. I always appreciate your feedback. So looking at the work side, this would be the admin side, and other work related, pretty much the same thing. Set tomorrow's alarm, do my YouTube comments, QuickBooks and mileage, Instagram stories highlight, record yesterday's earnings. Did I mention that on the last one? I don't know. So every day, if something came in fact, overnight, 2 purchases of the Raising Responsible Children, Parenting Well to achieve that, or place an emphasis on raising children that are responsible and ready to face the adversities of the world. That's a wonderful workshop. It's a 2-part series. Highly encourage you to take that. 2 purchases came in overnight while I was sleeping. That's what we call passive income, when you can actually earn while sleeping. And with what I do, that is a beautiful layer of the business, and having different streams to me is so important with what I do, because if one stream is suffering, hopefully another stream is picking up for that slack. But I record the earnings. I use Google Spreadsheet to record those, and again, I manage it daily. I also have a Google Sheets for personal expenses with everything itemized, so I know exactly where all my money is going down to the penny. That is really important. It helps me with just the information I can leverage in other areas. Again, you're hearing a lot of management as I talk, a lot of management when it comes to what I do and how I live my life, and it serves me well. Pull client folders, email Zoom links, again, talked about that. Clean up all email platforms, and then healthy and fit client calendar. I check those every morning. I have a particular client right now who is in Switzerland, so she's 6 hours ahead of me, which is really nice, because when I get up in the morning, she's already starting her logging and any journaling. And then I have another one who is Pacific time zone, and so I'm checking hers, and then an Eastern time zone. So I check those throughout the day. I make sure that regardless of when a client does their entry, I am checking in to see if there's anything that I need to troubleshoot, questions I need to answer, and just how can I support them on this goal. I did remove the healthy and fit page from the website because it was hard to manage all of the clients that were coming in, and I only take 3 per month. If you're interested in that package, then I will direct you to the customer support email where you can request information. It is $485 for that package. So if you're not willing to pay that or to commit to 4 to 6 weeks being on a solid plan with no celebratory meals, that's not for you. This is for the real serious. There's no elbow room with healthy and fit. It's very hardcore. And that's a walkthrough, and we'll see what March brings, and you keep me posted if you want me to share more of this in the future. Maybe in a few months we can take another peek. As always, links to everything will be in the description box below this video, as well as on the corresponding blog post, which is always your best place to shop from. So I will have the habit tracker that I've been using again since May. So here we go. There's May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, what is that? Who knows? January, bam, and February. So I've been using it religiously. Again, Haley turned me on to it, like many things. Thank you, Haley. She uses the same exact one. And I will share with you that I've had a habit tracker before that I did not stick with. It just didn't, I didn't like the format. So I love this one. I think it's great. Again, Haley's been using it. I don't know for how long. Maybe Haley, when you're editing, you can put in here how long you've been using your habit tracker. She turned me on to this. I love it. I will have it linked, but I can always link a few more. And then I will also have my slightly dirty clipboard that has my name on it. I am a clipboard person. I put all sorts of things on clipboard. This is actually today's to-do list, okay? So if it's on the habit tracker to do, because it's daily, it doesn't go on this list. But as you know, I kind of block my day. That's worked for me well, and I print that out. If you'd like to hear more about my time blocking and how I schedule my day, and to see if I can help you get a better system to your day so that you won't have distractions when your day is already telling you where you're putting it. If you need help with that, I have a whole entire time block workshop that I believe is 4 videos to walk you through your morning block, your midday block, and your evening block. So again, you can take the tools that I provide for you for your life toolbox and see how they apply to you. I can help you in one-on-one coaching. I have a systems optimization package that is 3 sessions where I help you optimize your systems. To work with me one-on-one, you're looking at about 2 months out to get on my calendar. So if you want something today, something you can apply throughout the week or even while waiting to get on my calendar, take advantage of that time blocking, time management masterclass. It is wonderful. But I will have this linked, and I'll have that linked. I'll have all of my nuggets, the books that I read, the videos, those will all be linked. And then stay tuned. Coming up on Friday, skincare. Per your request, we'll be talking about the products I use and my routine, and I will be walking you along. We'll be removing the makeup and putting on the skincare products, and you know I love my active ingredients. 3-week intense. If you are ready to create healthy habits, and I don't just mean diet and exercise, I'm talking about some of the other things, rest and relaxation and recovery, maybe mental work, writing note cards. All of these habit formations are part of the program that I run quarterly. This will be the 11th round, the 11th quarter in a row. I have ran my program 21 days, 3-week intense. This is a wonderful program. It meets you where you are today, and we together as a community, with me as your leader, as your coach, I help you create the habits that help you to live the life you desire, not someone else, you desire. You will get a habit tracker with 3-week intense as one of your printouts that you can start using as a tool. Maybe you use that for the month of March, and then you decide if you want to implement something like this. But registration is open. It closes the last day of the month, Friday, February 28th. Saturday, March 1st is the live Q&A. If you can attend, it will be recorded. And then we start 3-week intense for Q1, Monday, March 3rd. Check it out. There's a page where I cover all the details with 3-week intense. I talk about it all the time. I have an Instagram stories highlight 3-week intense. So many resources out there to decide if this program is for you. Please read the testimonials. I can't stress enough how valuable it is to hear how other women in their 60s, in their 20s, in their 40s, in their 50s share their testimony of this wonderful and amazing program. All right, comment section below. Let me know, do you use a habit tracker? Do you see a need? Have you used one in the past? What are some of your favorite systems to keep you on track, hold you accountable, and get the job done?